Hey, how's it going? My name is Daniel, and this is Metal Sharpens Metal, the place where I analyze heavy music from a Christian worldview. And normally, I will go over a song with you guys. We will discuss the music and the lyrics and discuss it all from my Christian perspective. But today, I want to do something a little different. There is a lot of secular metal on this channel, as you have noticed, non-Christians, anti-Christians even. But there's also a lot of Christian metal bands that exist in the world. And I've featured a number of them on this channel. So I want to go over some of the lesser known ones because somebody in a comment recently actually mentioned that this is a really unique space to be doing this type of ministry, for lack of a better word. There's a lot of unbelieving people in metal, and I think there's a lot of light to be shined into that darkness. So I wanted to go over some of these smaller bands today with you guys, hopefully introduce you to something new. These are going to be bands that, as far as I can tell, are still currently active. They're still putting out new music, and they're very exciting. Like, they're doing some awesome things, and I want to present them to you. Disclaimer, I'm not going to get to every single band you want me to hit, but I hope that this is a worthy list. And actually, I got so excited, and it was so difficult to bring it down to 8 total bands that we're going to have 9. Still not going to change the title of the video because I made the whoopsie way after deciding the title of the video. Okay, let's get to the list. So starting with one of the bigger bands on the list, Bloodlines. It has been blowing up a little bit lately, and I think it's very well deserved. They make some truly ignorant breakdowns that question the bounds of human intelligence because they get dummy brutal. I really enjoy it. Now, if that's not your cup of metal, if you don't care for the metalcore and the big chunky breakdowns and the raws and stuff, that's okay. We're going to get into many other styles in this video, but you also should be a little bit worried for the sake of your racked adrenal glands after listening to these guys for a while, because you will experience fight or flight. I'm just going to warn you now. Their commitment to scriptural lyrics is a great supplement to the great instrumentals, and they have one of my favorite clean metal vocalists in the person of Matthew, who is also their drummer. These guys are super well-rounded. They know how to get people amped at their shows, and they don't really care about all the silly chaff that gets thrown their way by the heathens, because I think they know the old saying, heathen's gonna heath, and bloodline's gonna bleed. Convictions is another band on the bigger side here, and much like Bloodlines, they have been getting some well-deserved recognition and solid opportunities in the space lately for collabs and other things like that. They're also metalcore. I know I said it wasn't gonna all be metalcore, but it's really not. And these guys are different flavor metalcore. Convictions will dip their toes into deathcore from time to time, and they have some clean vocals that are just really high and glassy in the mix, and they kind of remind me of the band Era, if you're familiar with them. But here's the thing. Quentin can actually nail his parts. When I saw them live, I seen it. I seen it happen, and it was great. Era, on the other hand, when I saw them live, you know how it goes.
Right to jail, right away.
Convictions is an upgrade in both halves of the vocal department, so let's all appreciate them for that. Next band on the list is Rekak. Now, while that name might be kind of confusing, the music is also confusing. Look, they decided to do this fall thing, and it's incredible. You need to check it out. So it's 2 guys. You got the guitarist, songwriter guy, and the singer, lyricist dude. The guitarist is about 2 years old, give or take. He's very young, and he can cover Viljarta, he can write drums, he can write very solid songs. Like, what's your 2-year-old doing? Is he pouring cereal for himself? Is he out of diapers yet? Yeah, didn't think so. This guy is very talented, and it's amazing. The vocalist also understood the assignment. The fact that you can even write vocal parts over the wildest tunings and some of the most insane riffage is a feat in and of itself. He's also writing some really based lyrics about Jesus and being Lord, and logic, debate, like all kinds of great stuff. It is a fresh breath of air in the Christian metal scene. I might be ignorant, but I haven't seen very many Christian metal bands exploring the progressive levels of Thal and Gent and stuff like that this band is going into, so Rekak is definitely a special listen that you should pay attention to. Let's move on to a band that's been around for a while but hasn't gotten the recognition that they should. Theocracy is one of those metal bands that you can show your family without having them think that you're crying for help.
I'm okay. No, I'm not.
They'll have to begrudgingly admit that Matt has pipes of gold, and that his amazing melodies are soothing balm for their weary, sin-stained ears. Theocracy is a blend of power metal, classic metal, even almost hair metal at times, in a way that works just so well. Their vocalist Matt has amazingly professional musicians behind him. They're all working tirelessly to create Just an endless list of bops and jams for your ears, all with a positive Christian message. You love to hear it. So if you'd like to listen to Dream Theater or kind of Dragon Force, but without the weird sleep paralysis lyrics, just kidding, I love your Dream Theater, then put these guys in your pipe and smoke them now. Next, we have a newer band on the list that's kind of blowing up, and they're called Reformed. They have a great take on metalcore, kind of in the wake of August Burns Red and Invent Animate style riffs with searing vocals on top. Their lead singer Victor said he named it Reformed because he wanted to see the Christian metal scene have some reform in it, with lyrics that focus more on theology, the glory of the Lord, salvation that's found only in Him, scriptural themes, all these beautiful things. So I'm extremely on board with that. There was a Christian hip hop scene back in the day that would write lyrics that would make you actually, think, have to Google terms and study your Bible to understand them, and I would love for there to be a resurgence like that in the Christian metalcore scene too. So if you're fed up with generic lyrics that call you to push through and reach out to the unnamed source of light on the other side, then you are in luck, because Reformed is here to tell you that that source of light is named Yahweh, and they want to season all of Yahweh's saints with zesty lead lines, tight breakdowns, and soaring choruses, telling all about God's glory. Next we have the band Kärv, and they are probably the darkest band on this list. And I don't just say that because they play black metal. But no, the lyrical content is actually pretty dark too. They pull a lot of themes from the Old Testament, and while I'm not one of those people that believes that Old Testament God's scary and New Testament Jesus soft and cuddly, there are some just shadowy, mysterious themes that are in the Old Testament, and Kärv likes to explore those and get you to think again in ways that you may not be commonly thinking. Seriously though, don't get all modalist or Socinian on me, or else. Kärv has those echoey black metal style vocals that you love, but they have updated the music and production to the 21st century, so it's actually listenable. There are tons of melodic death metal elements as well that really complement the lyrics and make this a bleak but hopeful project, so hope you guys can enjoy that one too. Intercessor is another interesting band on the list because they have achieved something called self-awareness. Self-awareness is a semi-rare syndrome that allows you to make great memes and funny skits, but you have to be willing to take some hits to your ego to do it.
Too far!
The end result is a band that makes some serious bangers, and you can have yourself a nice little chuckle while they are doing it. Their lyrical content ranges from meaty theological stuff like in their Solas EP to a little bit more of the personal struggle and just kind of observation of life type thing in their most recent stuff. The style of the music is pretty techy and fast while still telling a nice melodic story through the chord progressions. So think kind of Between the Buried and Me meets O Sleeper, but with fewer polka sections. Now, I would be remiss if I didn't mention the band Then It Ends, because I found out that they were actually good buddies with Intercessor. And that level of friendship also makes for a really spicy self-awareness cocktail. With that said, I don't know if I've seen enough jokes from them about their drummer being Matt Griner's redheaded cousin, but that's who he be. Makes for some tasty china usage and some extremely inspirational drum posture. So thank you to that drummer. As for their name, I'm not exactly sure what is ending, but the answer is not breakdowns. The breakdowns don't end, but they definitely bring the emotion and melodies in their songs too, so make sure to check those guys out. Now for our plus one. Much like the Rebel forces on the ice planet of Hoth, there is a very exciting and very new band that is building its power slowly within the snowy reaches of the Scandinavian nations. Silence the Echo is a symphonic, melodic death metal band that seems to only use clean vocals, so there you go. If you don't like the screams, check these guys out. But they still have the crushing guitars that you love. There's so much melody. The choruses are just hooks for days. Like, if you're prone to being a fish when you listen to music, you're gonna get caught. You're done. You're done. The hooks are otherworldly. They're Hothly, right?
I work with a bunch of nerds.
But yeah, this is a husband and wife duo that only has a couple songs out so far, and I am super excited to see what their future holds. And that's it. You can ignore my egregious counting error. I do know that I promised you 8 bands and I gave you 9. But in my defense, it's actually really hard to whittle the list down even that far. But actually, I don't apologize. You are welcome, because I gave you an extra band free of charge. I hope one of these bands is new to you. I hope that you enjoy their music, because there's a lot of headbanging, there's a lot of car squatting, there's a lot of gospel discussing that needs to be done. And if you're not going to go do it, then who is? So hopefully this music can help you do that. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye. That's all. It's done. I don't want to say that. Normally, I would like to go over to your racked adrenal. That's hard to say. Silence the Echo is a symphonic metal death. What? Silence the Echo is a symphonic metallic. What? Silence the. I don't like this way already. I don't like that one bit. There's a very new and very exciting band forming in the snowy nether reaches. I don't know, of the Scandinavian nations. I messed it up. Silence the Echo is the. Gosh.